What up, y'all? It's your boy, Comedian Boogie B, aka Mr. Let Me Stress You Out Right Fast, and today I intend to teach y'all how to roast. What makes me an expert on roasting? Well, I've been doing stand-up comedy for 13 years, and I started doing celebrity roast videos on social media, and some of them went viral on Instagram, some of them went viral on Facebook, and I get a lot of comments from people asking me, how do I come up with what I come up with in these roasts and these roasting sessions? And, and I always just tell them, I don't know, God put it in my head. I don't know. So today I'm going to teach y'all how to roast. And the first thing you got to know is what I'm talking about. Some of y'all probably looking at me like, what is roasting? Roasting is not something that you put in the oven like a honey baked ham. It's when you talk about somebody. You know, it go by a lot of street names like Jone and Jank and Ribb if you're from New Orleans, flaming, cooking. I call it stressing you out on my videos because I'm always roasting a situation. But you can roast a person, you can roast a situation, you can roast a behavior. There's plenty of different things you can roast. What I'm about to teach y'all is street roasting. I could do a video about professional roasting later. If y'all want to see that, leave it in the comments. But make sure y'all subscribe to this channel so when I do post a roast or do whatever I do on social media or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, I always post it right here. So subscribe to my YouTube page right now. Hit that little button. Boop, 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 subscribe. And some of y'all get into these roast competitions with your friends or whatever. Let me tell you this, roast for fun. Don't try to bully nobody. I'm not teaching you how to go around picking on people for no reason. But if somebody start with you, you need to be prepared. This is a video that you need to watch to kind of get you prepared to a verbal roast session with you and your friends or however you want to do it. Even if you want to go on Instagram or whatever and do your roast. A good way to not be a bully when you roasting is to talk about something that someone can change. A shirt or their behavior or their shoes or their pants or their watch. Whatever you notice that's either blatant or subtle, but you notice it. Whatever it is, try to roast something that people can change and their feelings won't get so hurt. The second thing you want to know before you start roasting, before I give you some techniques about roasting, the second thing you want to know is what a simile is. Because a lot of roasting is just similes. So if you don't know what a simile is, Google it, and I'll give you kind of like a street version. A simile is basically a comparison between two unlike things that have similarities. So for instance, you could use a simile would be your feet long as a limousine. Using words like or as, that's how you make similes. You can say your shirt loud as a garbage truck. That's a simile because a garbage truck makes a lot of noise and people refer to bright colors as loud colors. So that's how you work your similes. So you know what a simile is, Google that, learn that, and then you can apply that to a roast. You pick the right simile and the joke is going to be hilarious right off the top. So you want to examine the person or situation that you intend to roast. Find something that you intend to roast about the person and pick that, and then you start thinking of a simile of that. Second step that you have to do once you examine that, you have to exaggerate that feature. So whether their shirt is not that bright, but it is bright, you can exaggerate it and make it the brightest shirt in your mind that you've ever seen. So that's why you would say your shirt is loud as a garbage truck. Or you find something else that's dumb loud. Or that's why you would say your feet are long as limousines. It's exaggeration. Exaggeration is always funny. So, because nobody's feet is actually 15 feet long like a limousine. So the exaggeration is always funny. The third thing is detail. So you must detail your simile to make it funnier. So going back to the example where I say your feet are as long as limousines. That is funny, but to make it funnier, you could go into more detail. You could say, your feet are as long as limousines on prom night. And that will make it kind of funnier. Or you can even go even more into detail with it and say, your feet look like stretch Range Rovers on prom night. The more detailed you get into it, the funnier the roast will be. But just remember the three things that I said were examine the person or situation that you intend to roast, exaggerate whatever your simile that you come up with is your comparison, exaggerate your comparison. And the third thing is detail your simile that you already use. Just detail it as much as you can, and that'll make it funny. But try to keep it as short as possible, but as detailed as possible. You don't want to tell a long roast joke, because by the time you get to the end, people be done lost interest. So the last thing that I want to tell you guys about roasting is you gotta have your own personality. Find your own voice. Find your own way of talking, of speech, wherever you from. Like I'm from New Orleans, you could be from Atlanta, Ohio, DC, New York, wherever you from. Add your own personal swag to your roasting. You have to be you. That's the most important thing in roasting or any type of comedy at all. It's all personality driven. So make sure you are being your genuine self. When you use your simile, think of stuff that applies to your life. Maybe it's cartoons, maybe it's video games, whatever it is that you know, roast based on that, and just be genuine and be unique. Comment on this video if you want to see something else, or if you think I missed something, or you want to add something to it. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Subscribe to the channel, man. It's your boy, Comedian Boogie B. Watch my roast. Let me stress you out. Typing it on Instagram. Typing it on Facebook. Comedian Boogie B, the New Orleans representative. Hope y'all learned something.